What's up, guys? Here we go with day 2 of the Sonic Stang Hotside build. Been here for quite a while already, and I haven't done much of anything. I ended up home. Yeah, Clayton wasn't here to help and encourage, so that's probably why. But I took a bit more off here. I made this setup here so that I could make the pipe level. I leveled it all out. There's some tape there I used to make this piece of aluminum perfectly level on it. Now I have this piece of the Hotside cleaned up. We're gonna tack it. It's time to tack. Clayton was bugging me because I was trying to make this perfectly level, but if you make it just a bit, just a tiny bit off level, then the gaps line up perfect right now. So we're just gonna weld the fucking thing. Hold on. You move back a little bit. Get it perfect. Thanks for the heads up there.
Oh fuck, I'm done waiting.
It's already getting late. I fucked up today and didn't get here till late. But at least that's done. That's something I should have done the last time I was here. So today basically doesn't count.
That's the nicest non-shield gas tap I've ever made in my life. Look at that thing.
It's kind of crazy how the
Maybe we don't need any shield
gas welder does better than the flux core welder. Oh, it's a Lincoln. Yeah, no, it's pretty fancy.
Solid piece.
Weldermatic 255.
It's got the auxiliary spool for doing
full spools. Cool. Tomorrow. Now. And we're back. It's the next morning, bright and early. More like 2 o'clock p.m.
About 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Sure. So it's still bright out. So, yeah, we're here at RFG, and we're gonna plasma cut the T6 flange for the Hotside out because the next step, me and Clayton figured when I was leaving last night, is to start building the merge, or at least 2 pipes that we're gonna connect the rest of it to, so we kind of know where we have to run the rest of the Hotside. This is gonna be a lot easier than drilling 4 corner holes and then kind of connecting them by cutting them, which is what you would do if you didn't have a plasma cutter. And then I remembered Rob had a plasma cutter. And straight up and down?
I mean, if you want to test it, do it in the middle first. Like, just try to cut and blow a hole. There you go. Just like that.
That's blowing a lot of shit out of the head?
No,
it looks like that.
Yeah, it's just sparks and stuff. Nothing's going to stick to the head. There you go.
I might have just busted already.
But that's okay. Like I said,
it's hard to see the line through the...
As well, through the helmet?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, unless you
I gotta go over that line again, I think.
Once you finish cutting, you can weld that back up again.
Yeah.
Like where it went a little over. Or like I said, maybe try those other goggles. Were you drunk when you did that? And you're going too fast.
It's hard to see.
It's because you were like doing good here, and then when you got here, you didn't cut all the way through because you were going too fast. You have to go slow. And you kind of have to watch for the sparks to come out the bottom, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If the sparks aren't coming out onto the floor, you're not cutting it all the way through.
Okay. Go. You guys just witnessed my very first plasma cutting experience. Oh, it didn't turn out too bad actually in the end. I mean, after how it started there with that little mix up there, but I mean, that's how this Hotside's gonna be, guys. Worked pretty good. Definitely saved some time. It's probably like 25 bucks to buy one of these new, but that's the way you do it if you want to be cheap and save a bit of money and have it turn out subpar.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Once you clean it up a bit, it'll be just as good.
It's not completely square, this flange. I mean, I could point out a lot of things, but anyway, It's good enough. Let's go to the Sonic Stang, Clayton's. House of Horsepower. Next. Say bye, Rob.
Bye, Rob.
All right, back at House of Horsepower with the Barn Find Mustang here. Dirty car. And looks like that mistake I made there might not be too bad because I left myself a lot of room when I traced this, apparently. Still got to take it quite a bit all the way around, and then where I went too far, it's really only like a tick too far in there now, and we'll just weld that up. Because this is the imperfect Hotside. Like I said, or I don't know if I mentioned it only to Rob or in the video, but I stared at a picture of this for like 15 minutes when I got home last night. Just because the way that angle is there, I kind of already have some instant regrets on how this was done. I would have liked to maybe continue this and then, you know, do some pie cuts in here to make this straight again, but whatever. This Hotside is just about getting her done. It's probably not going to have stock manifolds or this engine mounting setup forever, so it's kind of temporary. I know I could have done that better. I'm going to try to do the rest of the Hotside a little better. It's definitely functional. From this angle, it looks fine. From here, it's okay. Looks a little funky like this, but there'll be exhaust wrap on there too anyway, so good enough, guys, good enough. I used the flap wheel to get rid of all the mess that the plasma cutter left on this side. Now I've got it in the vise like this. I traced the gasket. This gasket, which apparently is no good, got crushed somehow. So this is a good one for test fitting fabricating because it's basically junk, but I'll mark that out and I'm gonna use this, I believe it's called a carbide bit, just to kind of, you know, open it up as much as it has to be. And I got this piece of aluminum here just so I can try get the straightest line possible that I'm gonna be able to make with this air tool here. So see how it turns out. It might be pretty close to the gasket right now, but you also have to keep in mind that we're gonna be jamming 2.5 inch pipes in there. So like the outside of that is gonna end up being kind of, you know, the outside perimeter. Obviously this will go on the bottom of the flange where the Hotside goes, but as you can see, it turned out all right. I mean, that plasma cutting mistake there kind of sucks. We'll be jamming 2 pipe pieces in here, kind of like that, another one like this. Then we'll just have to cut away from the middles of both of them to make them both fit in there somehow. And then once they both fit, kind of hammer them to the edge of the flange, if you know what I mean. And then we'll weld all that and it'll be one solid piece. So I guess the question is, how do I want those pipes to come out of here and be able to work with the rest of the Hotside here? This one's gonna come over here and it's probably gonna have to be the front one, so it can't be angled too much that way because the frame rail is still right here. It would hit that, so it's got to be pretty straight down. And this one can't have too much angle in it either, yet we have to fit 2.5 inch pipes in there. So I got lots of 2.5 inch straight at least. Got this piece here, I think this was from the shit horse or something. I think I'm going to cut this in half and use this to begin messing around with. I might have to redo this a couple times. I mean, it's all learning, guys, and I'm having fun doing it, and I hope you guys are enjoying watching it, so that's all that matters. Here's where we're at. I got these 2 pipes. I put an angle on the one that says driver that would hopefully not interfere with the inside of the frame there. I put my finger in there, so it should have a finger space of clearance. And then this side, I didn't want it sticking out too far because the exhaust of the turbo is gonna be coming out there, so it can't be, you know, like way out in there. And the next challenge is basically going to be to make them overlap each other like that. So we're going to have to just cut pieces out like that from each of them until hopefully they fit together nice. Now, I know it's not going to be easy to get them fit together nice. I've watched Rob do this and he's a lot better at this than me, and it still took him a little bit. I'll just update you guys once I got it looking like something. So I was looking at these 2 pipes and the flange, and I thought, I wonder if they could actually fit in there without being cut at all if you like squish them the right way. So I cut a piece off there just so I had a test piece, because these pieces I kind of cut the angles. I didn't want to mess them up. So I made 2 little short pieces. This one I did already, so you can see. And this is kind of how I did it. If you put the flange on there and then crush the pipe with the vise, the height, width, whatever you want to call it, the flange right here prevents it from going any bigger and kind of makes it into the rectangle shape you need. All right, try to do it the way I did it the first time. Yeah, hope you guys can see that, but it just like really fits it perfectly to that. This is actually kind of a pretty good way to do this, in my opinion. Dual 2.5 inch into T6 flange experiment, success. As you can see there. Did a lot of stuff with the vise and hammer and chisel and bigger hammer. And yeah, they fit. So I mean, if I can get these two pipes to fit like that, that'll be pretty good. I can work this more. I mean, I could, but why? I'm just gonna pop these out. I mean, kind of sucks. I could almost... Yeah, see, that wouldn't make sense though. I could try crush these to fit and then weld them on the angle. Yeah, no, I don't think that makes sense. Anyways, enough of me thinking out loud. I'm just gonna pop these out and then start trying to fit these in here the same way. And I mean, this will be good. Be easy to weld up. If there's any holes like this, that'll just be part of the welding. I got the one pipe tacked in place. No shit, it took like 4 or 5 times to make. I kept tacking it and then I'd lift it up and it'd ting, fall right the fuck off. But
one more.
I don't even want to chance it. But it seems solid now, and I put some on the bottom too. But I figured this way, if it's held in place at the end, it'll be a lot easier to force all the rest of this kind of into shape how it has to be. I'm gonna use the vise just like I did with the old test pieces. This idea is shaping up to be pretty good.
You ever hear that show Forged in Fire, Mike?
Yeah. Be more like garage on fire if I'm working with torches in here.
Swordsmith.
All right, so we got the first one in. Look at that. That almost looks good. That's crazy. First, we put it like this in the vise, and I hammered, you know, manually a bit. Then ended up putting it in like this with the pipe against the back and the bracket here, and that's really the key. When you do that and squish it, it does a nice, easy job of just kind of pushing it where it has to go, and then I just went around and tapped the rest in with a ball end of the hammer. It's time for the passenger side though, and we're almost gonna have a merge.
It's gonna be boosting by morning.
This could be some, you know, quite progress video. Got the second one nearly in there. We're just squeezing them together like that. I'm watching here to make sure this doesn't crush this pipe, but so far it hasn't been. So we're really close. You can see the pipe is about to fit in there. I'm gonna do some hammering on this part, try to suck that in. But yeah, next clip, this thing should be done and ready to tack and then weld. So after a bunch of work with the vise and hammers and all kinds of things, we have a merge. Look at that, guys. Holy shit, I'm pretty stoked with this. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Don't mind the porous welds. The Clayton welder doesn't have any gas, so we're just using it for tacks. I'm gonna finish weld it at Rob's, but it's pretty tight. And under here, it's pretty good as well. It's pretty nice divided hot side in my opinion. I am stoked with that. I drew a little picture there just for fun. But yeah, this will go on here underneath there, obviously. And all we gotta do is connect that and that. And it's, you know, simple as shit. That's gonna be it for today, guys. I'm super stoked on that merge. I'm super excited to continue doing this. I'm excited you guys are excited for this build, because everyone's just excited. Like if you like, comment, subscribe definitely to see where this thing goes. And I mean, the build is just the beginning, really. The going down the racetrack is gonna be the finish of this thing. So look forward to that, and we'll check you later. Happy Monday, guys. Later. Starts when you touch it, or you touch the button?
Well, you pull it and touch it, and then it'll start going. If you just pull the handle, it doesn't do anything. You have to kind of touch it.
Okay. But if you touch it, it doesn't do anything.
Not if you're not pulling the handle. I don't think not if you're not pulling the handle.
Gloves or no?
If you want them.
Do you recommend for safety?